Wakanda forever!
Happy Tuesday! Lunch and Soar, powerful women living in gratitude. Ah! Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you for being here. The GW Warriors, that's what you call powerful women. After last week's Power to Soar conference and what I saw and experienced and felt, I was surrounded by powerful women. And not just women, but men as well. And it was just a phenomenal experience, transformational. I was literally transformed and I'm still feeling it. And I don't think this feeling will ever go away because I choose not to let it go away. And what is it that we're telling ourselves? Every day, are we grateful? Are we grateful to wake up? Like Fifi mentioned earlier, are we grateful for breath, for our legs, for our arms, for our eyesight? I just wrote in my gratitude journal this morning that I was so grateful for GW3. Because of this platform, because of this creation that Renee Noor created, she has brought women together to empower each other. And when you bring women together, or just a community together to empower each other, change happens. And not just in you, but around you, and the people see it. So I am so grateful to be here today. I am so grateful to be live with my GW3 Warrior women that I would like to introduce. Mary Kim. And we have a special guest. We are sharing the stage today. Mary Kim, thank you for being here.
How are you? Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be here. It's going to be a powerhouse. And yes, warriors, we're powerhouses. We go through the war, right? But we come out looking great. Power through life. You know, life is it's warrior, right? We're all warriors going through life, going through anything that we're going through. But the main thing that you said, Janet, is so important is the community that you surround yourself with, the people that you get their energy from and you give out your energy from. It just all works together. And it's so important to be in spaces that, you know, that lift you up, that inspire you, that motivate you, and those people authentically wanting to give back from their heart and from their love. It's crucial for survival, I think. I know for me, it's changed my life. And when you said about transforming, Janice, and you're choosing to transform. But however, Janice, if you were not open in your mind, open in your ears, and in your spirit and your heart, you would not be able to receive what was given to you. And as we walk along our journey every day, wherever we're at, whether you're in the grocery store, on a radio call, listening to the radio, reading a book, if you're not open in your mind, body, and spirit, you cannot be transformed. You're not ready to receive it. So I say that because it's so important for us to receive what's in our life and have discernment. Know when it's not serving you well. Even if you envision this person to be X, Y, and Z and they're not, it's okay. People evolve. People's true colors show up. Protect your energy and your spirit and your whole as yourself. So I love that you share that.
I love that you shared that, Mary Kim. You are one powerful woman and you inspire so many because of what you've gone through. So thank you so much. Ah, we got a hot mic in the audience. Who is that? Oh,
It happens.
is that some of our surprise? It happens, right? But yes.
Thank you, love. You are too, Jen. You have blossomed from the to today. Like, you were like very shy, very quiet, unsure of things. Like, you're hosting all these spaces, like just showing up. Good for you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. And, you know, you guys bring me out. There we go. Deborah Vick. Oh my goodness. You have to connect with Deborah. She is a healer. She's gone through her own journey, and that's what you call a powerful woman. Deborah, thank you so much for being here and sharing with us your breathing techniques in the Pray It Forward room this morning. I just look forward to that. I loved it. I closed my eyes and I did it just like, and it's so important. The power of breath is so important. Thank you.
Thank you. And I was actually pulling out my gratitude journal as we were speaking and taking some notes on it. I am a bit of a techie, so I have it all digital, but it makes my life easier. But I do love it, right? The concepts of what no longer serves us and what does serve us. I think that's so essential. And I almost always bring those into my meditations because we need to let go of anything that's no longer helping us or serving us to make room to be able to expand and grow for all that is serving us and all that will be, right? If we leave our cup filled with things that are no longer meant for us, we don't have the space to grow and develop. And that's something a bit of a journey for myself this past year, growing in my self-confidence, learning to love myself, learning to take the gratitude that I've been practicing for others and turn it internally as well and practice it towards myself. And it's been a beautiful, beautiful experience. Thank you for calling me a healer, by the way. I never thought of myself that way. I normally think of myself as a speaker or an advocate or an artistic person because I'm like right next to my craft space. But thank you. I appreciate that.
You are sharing with us your gifts of breathing, your breathing techniques. That's a healer, Deborah. And you're artistic. Oh my goodness. And not just that, you a health advocate. You've been through that health journey and you know what works and you can share with others what's worked for you or your journey to help others. And we all have those gifts. Mary Kim, she has her gifts and she's an advocate for children with Down syndrome. And it's amazing because we need more of those. And quickly, Mary Kim, I just wanted to mention that you shared a while ago that when you were younger, actually in the Praying It Forward room, not yesterday, was it yesterday maybe? About how when you were younger and in school and you saw the children who walked through the lunchroom and were quiet and you were in fear. And you know, that's something we need to tell our children, to talk to our children about. Share these things. Don't keep them in the dark about things, you know, especially those things that they're seeing, and explain it in a mature way that they'll, well, not a mature way, but, you know, a way that they'll understand and won't be fearful.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you're an advocate for that, Mary Kim.
I'm gonna move. My son is off from school. School has not started yet, and he's on his tablet. So in order to hear me a little better, I'm just moving spaces. But yes, Janet, it's so important. I grew up in the time where the special needs community, which was the term that it was more politically correct back in the day, not so much today. That we didn't, the classrooms and the communities were not set up or did not want to showcase all kids with different abilities are the same. And I experienced my first time about the special needs community and would be in a lunchroom. I believe it was high school, where you knew immediately that they were moving from one classroom to the next. And you knew because all of a sudden the loud lunchroom was silent. And all you heard was like silent whispers across the hall, in the space. And you knew that you could turn to the left or the right and you would see them transition from one classroom to the next with their head down, single file, walking super slow to the next room. That's all we knew about them. We didn't know their names. They were never part of any classroom, any special stuff like gym or music, nothing. And it kind of terrorized me or traumatized me to some extent. I was like, I'm never having a kid with special needs. And Google was not around then. There wasn't any kind of way to research, and I just took it upon myself, well, I'm not going to do drugs. I'm going to try to eat, as best I can. I'm not going to put any medicine in my body unless it was absolutely necessary. And I live my life that way. And, God is funny because the things that we think that we don't need, the things that we're like, I'm not going to do this, I'll never do that. He has other plans for us. And so at 40, I was pregnant, full blown pregnant, happy as a clam. And because I was an older woman at that time, they offered to do multiple tests on me.
Would you get rid of that
Manage
thing?
the sound in this house. And with that, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, no problem, do all the tests. I was like, I didn't care. I was so extremely happy. And every test, there was a non-invasive test that came out during that time, and every blood test, like every test I could take, I took. Then I went to a second opinion, and I took all of them again, and I was like, this can't be, like I was like, something's not right. And after the second group had 2 genetic counselors, at the end of the day, for 6 weeks, I had 6 weeks to make a decision. And the sad truth and sad reality, a lot of that medical community still pushes parents who have not birthed their baby yet, who have gone through the testing, to abort their baby because, one of them, there was one genetic counselor that I had that was super supportive, gave me all the resources, good, bad, and indifferent. And one was really leaning into expect nothing from your child. They will have a limited life with limited abilities. And, just don't expect anything. Like, basically, don't expect anything. And that was such a hard pill for me to swallow, not only because of my own journey of just running away from, like, I'm not going to have a kid with no special needs, to, like, here I am. And I prayed to God for over almost 30 years to be a mom. And here I am, full pregnant, deciding whether I should, keep the baby or not. And, it goes down to my gratitude. And I was already practicing gratitude for 20, 30 years almost at that time, maybe like 20, because now I'm like 49, almost 50. I forgot how old I was, 40 when I had my son. And it was my prayer. I'm sitting here, God gave me my prayer after all these years of praying to be a mom. And here I am telling him, who created all this stuff, he created me, telling him, take this child back. Because he's not, and at the time I didn't know it was a he, it was, my son. And I said, take this child back because it's not perfect in my eyes. I wasn't planning for this. And in those moments when I had those self-talks to myself and had to transform, I had to educate myself during the 6 weeks, uproot all the negative stuff, all the stigmas, all the things that I assumed about the community. I spoke to different communities and I educated myself. And so that's leading to my advocacy today. But at the end of the day, Janet, is that I could not go ahead and change God's plan for me, because how could I ever ask him to give me my prayers ever again? How can I ask him for anything? I don't care how small it is, and expect him to give it to me when he finally gave me this baby that's healthy inside of me, outside of, he had heart issues, but overall a healthy child. And the truth is, no person can predict how your child's going to be in life, because we all can walk out tomorrow and our life gets shifted. It doesn't matter what your health looks like today. It doesn't matter anything, because your life can change in a second. So I say that out loud if anyone else needs to hear that. But it was that moment, Janet, that I couldn't go ahead and change God's plan, because if he wasn't expecting me to have it, something would happen to my child while I'm pregnant with the baby, because I didn't want to take the chance, that Russian roulette of saying like, well, he'll give it to me because he understands where I'm coming from. No, I did not want to take that chance, because I have faith and I lead into my spirit, my spiritual aspect of myself. And I didn't want to take the chance that if I pray again, then he'll never give me something again, because I got rid of what he gave me. And at the end of the day, my son is the most amazing gift ever. And he totally was made for me. Yeah, he was totally made for me. He's the best, coolest kid. And, that's how I met Deborah. Meaning, because she was in when I joined Clubhouse. And Deborah, you're absolutely stunning. Like, your picture avatar does not showcase your beauty. And not that beauty is all important, but
Thank you.
My goodness, you are absolutely stunning. And your story, I read a little more about your story, and I connected today, and I connected with Deborah because she was on these platforms in Clubhouse, speaking her truth, being an advocate for the differently abled community, empowering women. And I was like, I followed her. She was one of the first group of people that I followed. And I'm so glad to get to know you better. I'm so glad that you're here today. And because you're an adult, because you do what you do, it's changing the mindsets for my son. My son's going to be 10. So I'm in hopes of, as we start talking about this, as we bring awareness to anything that's, taboo or stigma, we're the generational curses or Trump people that are going to change the direction and the mindset. And it's all being educated the right way with real facts and real information. So thank you so much, Deborah. I'm super excited to learn more about you. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you first. I got a little emotional, especially for those that know that I was in the Miss Wheelchair USA competition this past July, and it was way beyond my comfort zone. Up until a month ago, I would never refer to myself as beautiful or been able to accept a compliment referring to that. A couple of my really good friends in Clubhouse can tell you how much I struggle with that. But I did the program because, just like you said, for your son, I want our youth that are growing up to not feel lesser than. I know I definitely did coming of age with crutches, with undiagnosed disabilities, and most people in my school didn't speak to me anymore, right? Once it became evident that this was permanent, people didn't know what to say, so they ignored me or they excluded me. And this happened in high school, college, graduate, law school. And it's not something I want people to go through. I want people to realize we all have something of value to contribute. We all have love to and compassion, and we just need the opportunity often to be seen and heard and have that ability to connect with people. So with my story, everything is continuously changing. But what I really want to impart with people is to be grateful for what we do have, appreciate it, and then from there, be able to express that gratitude out and give it back to others. And it could be from the simplest thing, whether you wake up and you have the ability to breathe independently, or as some can tell, how you use oxygen, whether you can see or whether you can walk, it doesn't matter, but there's something we all have to be grateful for. And for me, it's my voice, it's my ability to connect with people. I'm even grateful for my disabilities because it's taught me a whole new level of compassion and gratitude and love for humankind. So thank you.
I love that, Deborah.
I love that. If I can just chime in real quick. I love that you shared, people don't know what to say. They don't know how to react or respond. And I try, with my son, people staring and, they have this thing like, oh, children with Down syndrome are always happy. No, they're just like us. They have feelings of all levels, just like us. And I love that you touched on that, Deborah, because we're all different. I mean, I think it's only identical twins that have the same fingerprint. But outside of that, we all have different fingerprints. So that alone, we are all different in our own way. We all have our gifts. And if we change the mindset because you have a seen disability or different ability, does not make you less, does not make you not be a human being in all aspects, just like Janet is or myself is considered typical. And ask the questions. It's better than staring. And so as we raise our kids, not only, having them part of the community, like if you have a differently abled child, make them part of the community. Let the peers see them. Work towards inclusion. And I know everyone's level is differently, but also as us as adults, if you're a parent or caretaker and you see someone, instead of saying something, like I've gotten like shy marks because my son likes to watch his thing loud. And I do manage it, but sometimes, he needs to have it, right? Because otherwise it's going to be a fiasco. And so I do that. But then I also explain, there's actually, real quick, a lady behind me at the mall a couple weeks ago. And the two ladies, they were making comments about how noisy the video was. And I'm literally right in front of one of their boyfriends or husbands, their partner. And my normal reaction, I would have been clapped right back right away. Like, it's that Scorpio, like, fire in me, right? And I didn't. I said, you know what, Mary, just be calm. That's them. It's not me, whatever.
That's right.
And I continued. And then my son played, like, Farmer in the Dell, like, the farmer with the rough here. Well, that song, whatever it's called. And so the guy started chiming in and singing. And so, like, I took that opportunity and like, yes, I know it gets in your head. I'm sorry. I totally ignore, like, I can tune his video out. Like, he's going 9, so he's probably had his tablet maybe 5 years. And I could totally tune it out. And I use that opportunity. Like, sometimes, it's the technology these days. I'm sorry it was so loud. He learned how to turn the volume up, and now he doesn't want to turn it down. But I'm so proud that he learned to do that, because sometimes that's difficult for our kids to manage those buttons. And they laughed and chimed in. But it really upset me, because I feel like if you're a grown person and you're being that negative, and you have the audacity to talk behind my back when I'm right in front of you, like, what are we teaching society? What are we teaching our youth? Instead of saying, oh, miss, I understand, but is there any way you can, because it's really bothering me, and, and whatever. And meanwhile, there's these teens that the cops have been trying to find in the mall because they're making havoc in stores. So I was looking at things at different perspective, but I try to utilize as best I can as teaching tools. But if our adults the adults are not portraying how we should be better into society, where are they learning? Where is our youth learning? And so I was kind of disappointed in those two ladies. I was like, but I'm not there to teach them. My way of teaching was to respond to the guy who has been like, oh my God, I love this song. And, and I responded to say what I need to say without clapping back. Before Desi, I would have been clapping back with all the things. So I'm learning and growing too, as, my son's teaching me. So I think it's important for us to have these conversations.
And I love that you pointed out something here, and I didn't mean to just jump in, but I loved that you said asking, right? Because kids will ask me all the time, what's wrong with me? Now, I don't mind that personally, because I just usually say I'm a decommissioned cyborg. I got wheelchair leg braces, stomach. I got braces all over my body, a lot of metal inside of me. I'm okay with that, because it allows me to use it as a teachable moment to talk about my challenges, talk about how I work with my service dog, talk about how I do my daily activities. Adults, out of fear of saying the wrong thing, choose not to say anything. And this is often where that talking behind your back while in front of you happens. And with kids, they're open to asking. And I love that ability to communicate how we are all the same. We all have commonalities and we all have differences. And that's what makes us unique, and what makes the world so interesting is to learning how to work with, adapt to, and create this inclusive space so that we all get to have a place at the table. So, thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. And speaking of youth, Mary Kim, you mentioned about children and the youth. And Deborah, I know you are in the Cub Scouts.
Boy Scouts. I'm a Boy Scout leader.
There you go.
And I have 2 kids. I have 2 teen boys.
Leader, can you talk to us more about that and your mission with that?
Yes, so I've been working with the Scouts now for my 12th year. And much of what I do is being an adult leader, helping the youth develop their leadership skills, because Boy Scout level, it's run by the boy troops or the girl troops, whichever it may be, but it's run by the youth. So we help them develop their skills, their planning skills, their communication skills, their inclusive skills, because many of us have a lot of children with differently abled or challenges. I know I work a lot with the kids on the spectrum in the scouting community. So learning how to incorporate that and teach, like right now I'm finishing tonight teaching a merit badge on citizenship in society. And it's all about inclusion. How do we be an upstander? What does that really mean? Do you laugh when somebody drops something, or do you try to help, right? And, teaching these moments that are teachable and education moments that help them grow. And I got to tell you, every time I tell any of the Scouts that I was bullied, their heads like just whip around. Like, what? Like, they're just shocked that here's one of their leaders talking about being bullied. And they would never have expected that I would not have been an upstander for myself back, 40 plus years ago. But the reality is, I didn't know what that word meant. I had not heard it. Bucket filler, bucket dipping. These topics weren't part of my lingo as a child. And so for me now, I love to go in and teach about that, especially being in California. We have a lot of kids that are, and I just came from the Silicon Valley area. So we had a lot of kids that were on the spectrum, and teaching how we be inclusive. Even when our brains might process things differently, we may communicate differently, but ultimately we all want to feel included. So I try to teach those things, and that's a lot where my mission lies.
It's so important to teach our children. They're our future, and we lead by example. And when you share your stories of when you were young and the struggles you went through, they feel like they can connect with someone after that. So thank you so much, Deborah Vicks, for joining us today. And we're so grateful that you are in the GW3, because we all, just like you said, we all have gifts to share with each other and the world. And thank you so much. And now I think we're going to be ready to introduce Renee and our special guest, Thais Flowers. I hear they are coming on.
I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine.
Woo, Renee.
I'm Renee Noor, model.
Renee. Oh, look at that beautiful flower.
Hey
You
guys,
yes,
I thought for sure we were gonna play the video first, but hi guys, how you doing? Oh my goodness. I just want to say, Deborah, you've been doing a phenomenal. Oh my God, this is your first time being here with the GW3 family. And we just want to give you big hearts, beautiful, big hearts. Yes. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
You are so welcome. We're so proud of you as well. And Mary Kim, alongside with Janet, you guys look so exquisite. Thank you so very much. Guys, We are literally on location with one of our amazing beauties. And not only am I grateful to be here with her, I got another surprise for you also. So before we get everybody situated, we're going to watch this video. And when we come back, we'll be joined by our special guest. How about that, guys? Let's take it away. Okay,
I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar.
hello. Everyone can see this beautiful family right here. We have the lovely Thais, our incredible flower designer, as well as the one and only Miss Jazzy that's joining us right now. And guys, we definitely want to see all the other ladies' faces as well. Mary Kim, Janet, as well as Deborah. This is the beautiful one who's now provided us with our signature. Okay, one more again. Let's get all the screens. Let's get Miss Janet up as well.
I'm here.
There we go. The signature flower for the GW3 Warriors. Woo! Oh my goodness. Guys, it's such a pleasure to be here in this energy with you. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about these beautiful flowers. I mean, remember we were paying it forward, giving flowers, and now we have our own signature flower with the GW3 ladies. She is so emotional, guys. Oh my goodness. This is what I know. It's New Orleans queen that's brought us back to reality.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. This is beautiful, everyone. I'm overwhelmed. Like, I'm just used to just enjoying you guys here at the gallery as I paint, but this is really happening. Like, this is really happening.
It really is, guys. We walked into her gallery. It is so special. It's literally hand carved with so much love and so much great energy, right, Janae? What's your experience?
It's so beautiful. Every time you walk in it, you can see so much different story when you walk.
Absolutely. And this is from one artist to the next, because Janae just finished doing her debut. Let's give her some love as well as our up and coming artist. And now she has two amazing artists that's going to also mentor her. I'm so proud. Yolanda alongside with this queen right here. So share with us the inspiration behind your flowers, these signature pieces that we have.
Well, this is Lemonade, and it's inspired by just taking what stresses you out in life and making the best of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Lady Lemonade. I mean, and you look beautiful in it.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
But we have our mayor, Lolita Anderson. She truly, truly loves wearing flowers. And this is definitely...
She's the flower queen.
She's the flower queen, madam. And oh my goodness. And here it is. Whatever she puts on her clothes, she always have a flower on them.
Oh, wow.
So ladies, are you ready to have a signature flower for the GW3 family? I can't hear you. Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Ready? I want to see your faces. Are you all ready to have our signature flower? Yes. Now Mary Kim and Janet, you had the opportunity of speaking to this queen right here in the interview. And wasn't she just incredible?
Yes. She's so talented and creative, and I'm so glad you're in our space with our group GW3 because Thais, just what you said. When you surround yourself with powerful women, humans, you become powerful. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
The whole energy, guys. We will do a full video for you guys. We're going to show you her entire her space where she creates. This is her create haven. And each one of the spots, like even behind us, you see this whole spotlight wall with some of her signature pieces. I mean, art is at our feet right now. We're stepping on art as well. And she's just this creative genius. Don't you just love that, Deborah? Look at Deborah. Don't you just love that?
Oh, I'm just laughing because I create like a mess when I create. So I am completely getting it. I just love it too. Beautiful work.
Yeah. And Mary Kim, Desi would have a field day here, girl. Yes, he would.
Well, he's into tearing up papers, which I just cleaned up the living room real quick. We were playing the video.
I just love it. And it just gives so much good energy, really good energy. So what has been your true passion? I mean, you see how we respond to receiving one of your flowers, what has been your true passion in just continuously creating in this space? Please share.
It's so awesome having you and your daughter here. One of the first celebrity that got my flower was Simone Biles, and I was able to, just like this, reach out to her mom, who was still bringing her baby girl to practice in Spring, Texas. And it's that mother-daughter energy and being able to have her receive it so well, and then having Jazzy and Miss Renee come in. Like, I'm normally just used to here by myself, or art buyers come by, but this has been really exciting. There's a lot of lights.
A lot of lights, guys.
A lot of lights.
Are. One of the greatest things I love, she has 2 different sizes as well, ladies. I have an extra size head, so I had to get the big flower, right? But also she has the more petite size, like what Jazzy has on. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And share was why it's so important for us to understand the right size.
Well, I mean, I just feel like as women, we all deserve to be able to make a choice. You know what I mean? And sometimes you want to go big, and sometimes you want to have a more subtle, flow, or sometimes you want to couple it, and you can couple the smaller one. So.
Don't you like that, guys? I truly, truly do. Remember in our fashion show for the Warriors Walk, each one of the ladies had their very own crowning flowers. And now they'll have a signature flower by our very own. Oh my goodness, guys. This is exciting for us right now. Did not think it's going to be a big surprise? Yes, yes, yes. So share with us, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color, believe it or not, is gray. It's gray because gray is a subtle color, but it's confident. It's confident enough to stand next to any color and let that color shine. And I think a real friend, like a real GW3 woman, we can be gray sometimes. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you have to stand and let that color be bold next to you and still know that you're a beautiful color as well.
I love that. Don't you love that, Janet? I've never heard anyone say that their favorite color was gray. What about you, Mary Kim?
That's a beautiful definition of being gray. Not that it's sad. Like when I think of gray color, I think of Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, right? But being gray, that you are confident enough to stand next to someone who's brighter than you, but it doesn't diminish your light or deteriorate what you stand for. I love it. Love it. Amazing.
Truly. Go ahead, Deborah. Wonderful, wonderful way of expression, Mary Kim. What were you going to say, Deborah?
Oh, well, that happens to be my husband's favorite color, but I had never heard it described in such a beautiful way. And it actually kind of describes us too, because mine's purple, right? And his is gray. But I loved that explanation. But it also, for me, was so on point in just the metaphor. I have some friends that are listening in on YouTube right now and in Clubhouse. And we've been that support, taking turns in that spotlight and still supporting and being next to them while we're in that spotlight. So I loved that explanation because I think we all, at some point in time, is that support, is that strength, and other times shining. But it's just beautiful. I love it. I love that
Absolutely.
explanation.
What about you, Miss Janet?
Thais, I was just gonna ask you now on Janae. I know she has a lemonade, but does she have a gray one up there too?
This is Onyx Noir, which just symbolizes two types of black. Is the darkest form of black. It's actually the absence of light.
That's beautiful. And you know, Janae's artwork is that color.
It is.
I
I
love
was very
it.
happy she picked that one because I love her sketch art. It's
Thank you very
beautiful.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Thank
like
you for
this.
sharing your gift. It's beautiful.
You know, guys, I'm in heaven right now. I'm telling you, I'm between two creative geniuses, and they're living in their gifts. And not only they're living in their gifts, we're going to ask them, alongside with one of our other geniuses, to help create 2023 Power to Soar Leadership Conference masterpiece. By fusing all three of these geniuses together, we're going to have something that's going to be unstoppable. In year 2019, we had one of our artists to create the power of a woman. I love that song. Everybody start dancing. And so now we're going to fuse these three geniuses. We have Yolanda, we have Janae, and now the queen bee herself, Miss Thais, is going to be right there with all of them. So for 2023 Power to Soar, watch out, guys, watch out. We're just wrapping up, and it's been like a week already, right, ladies? And I'm telling you, I'm missing you all so much. But one of the greatest things I am doing, I'm going to make sure Thais also get the scent that Amira Brown provided for us, for you guys to have a scent of me, you know, so it's my favorite scent. And so you'll be able to receive that as well.
Honored.
Yes. And then what we're going to do a little bit of a tour. How about that, guys? Would you like to see the tour of the space? All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead on and do one more video. And after that video, then we'll go ahead on and walk around and show this spectacular place. So without further ado, one more video by the Global Women Wealth Warriors. And we are back. So share with us, beautiful. What are we looking at here?
This is where art buyers come and take a seat. This is where I guess it's like the showcase of my designs. And over here is my retail experience, really. This is where people can come and see my collection of mugs. What Miss Renee said earlier, we have the large and we have the small, and scarves as well. We also support other female businesses. So if there's any female businesses, please let me know who you guys are, because I want to bring you guys into my web of love. Honestly, this here is where you just saw me and Renee. This is one of my latest set designs. It kind of gives you more of a New Orleans boutique hotel lobby kind of bar experience. It's it's very very relaxing, very bold, very colorful. Some of my art buyers are here. We got Monique here, Pinky. She's one of the, just some amazing women who have supported my designs. And this is here. I guess no one comes here, guys. So this is really G3-ish, but this is where I designed. This is my actual paint studio, where I, create all of the flowers. So if I wanted to create a flower, I come here. All the flowers are kept in an airtight package, and each one is painted individually, and it sits here. And I created from the list of colors, and this is my little space. And this is almost where I fell in love with Renee, because I had nothing to do while I was painting, and that's when I started listening to you guys. So it is so surreal that I'm here on a Tuesday, because gratitude is essential, because that's when I fell in love with you guys, like painting my flowers. So it's just amazing how Renee has her own amazing organic way of bringing people's lives like full circle, like with their business. Like, I can't believe this is happening. This is great. And also right here is my consult desk. So like Renee or someone, like business owners, would come and sit here to discuss what color pattern is good for their business, and we can watch their commercials or their interviews, so that I can gather what they are. And this is a set that I created to celebrate different books. And if I wanted to interview someone with more of a library theme, that would be it. And this is another set that I created, and it's just my little space, my little artsy space.
Absolutely amazing, right, ladies? Let's give it up. Oh my goodness, look at some of the
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It's beautiful. And your gray walls, and the one gray wall with the different shapes. I love that.
Yeah, so that was really cool. I invited my friends here. This wall started with just two colors, black and white. I let my friends, we got a bottle of wine, and they poured, and we made different colors of gray. And this is really, guys, I'm really happy you brought this up, because anyone can do this. Invited some girlfriends over, put some tape on the wall. Everyone pick a color and just paint inside the color. Have a bottle of wine, let it dry, pull it off, and it's a really fun thing. And all your girls know what color was theirs. So it's really fun.
Very good eye, Janet. Very good eye. Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Yes,
She inspired me to do something similar, or just create. Thank you so much, Thais, for sharing your studio with us. It's beautiful. And if you're not seeing it live, you got to get on there live and look at all the creativity in this room. And it just inspired me. I was like, I want a room like that. That's going to make me create something beautiful. So thank you for sharing that, Thais.
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. It has been an incredible opportunity for me to be here with this beautiful star herself. We always say that Clubhouse has brought about so many great relationships, and it really has, right? But the beauty of relationships is when we are able to get together in person with each other. That's where the true synergy come into place. And my goodness, guys, just being here in this energy is so explosive. So we want to say thank you, Thais, for giving us the opportunity to not only bring all of this together for our Thankful Tuesday, but for you being a blessing in our lives, right with our GW3 Lady Warriors and the Men Warriors. Let's not forget about the Men Warriors. And as we continue on with being grateful for our Tuesdays, guys, Janet, Mary Kim, Deborah, guys, the energy is so explosive today. We are missing our beautiful queen herself, Miss Gracian, but I think we're wearing a flower just for her because she loves wearing flowers, right, ladies? And going
Yes.
forward, we all will be able to share in wearing those flowers. So thank you all so very much for not only being a part of Thankful Great Gratitude Tuesday, but also thank you for sharing your masterpiece collection with us. We're so happy to be with you. Yeah, she's such a baby, guys. I love it. Oh, I love it.
Nice.
And she has a beautiful daughter as well. And guess what? She's going to be joining us right with all of our young leaders. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, thank you, Janet. Thank you, Mary Kim. Thank you, Deborah. And let's see. Thanks to all those in the clubhouse. Janet, who would like to pour into either one of these ladies right there from the clubhouse?
I wanted to hear from Jackie. Jackie, are you available to share? And then we have Karen and Tanya came into the room who haven't shared. Oh, we have Pastor Jeff. Got to invite him up to the stage.
Yeah, we got Pastor Jeff in the room. Oh, my goodness.
Karen, Tanya, Pastor Jeff, take it away.
Who's ever on the stage would like to share, go ahead on and start speaking.
It's Tanya. We can hear you, Tanya.
I am really honored to see these beautiful flowers. I mean, we definitely have a beautiful artist that is making us more beautiful. And I'm so grateful because, that's the beauty with Queen Renee. Renee actually goes into individual lives and actually, embrace us and remind us of our gift. And I am so grateful that this beautiful queen is able to create such an amazing flower for the GW3 women. I'm Tanya and I'm complete.
I'm excited to get my flower. I'm gonna put it right here.
Yeah.
And Pastor Jeff, are you available? Pastor Jeff,
So
take
what
it
did you
away.
do for men?
Lapel pin.
Oh, a little
Lapel
Super,
pin.
right?
That's
Lapel.
boutonnieres. Yes.
boutonnieres, right, Pastor Jeff?
Absolutely, Pastor Jeff would love to have you here. I'm watching the live on Facebook as well as here, and we also missed our brother Tyrone Poole was here for a little while. I don't know, he must have had to slip out. But I am enjoying the live with all of the beautiful ladies that are on there, Mary Kim and Deborah, and
Miss Thais.
Thais, Janet, Renee.
And so I'm enjoying watching the live and on this Thankful Tuesday, as you ladies call it, the Gratitude Tuesdays, and what a beautiful studio there we got to see the tour of. And if you on the Clubhouse and you didn't get to see the Facebook, you're gonna have to go back and watch the recording because you definitely want to see how beautiful Renee is there with her multicolored orange and blue and yellow and looks like some dark brown and maybe a little bit of violet in that flower. What I'm able to.
I feel like a Caribbean queen, guys. I really do.
So I'm glad to be able to join for a little while on today. I normally don't have this opportunity because I'm normally in school. So it's been my privilege, my pleasure to be able to come and support on today. And with that, I'm going to pass the mic back to the amazing Janet.
Thank you, Pastor Jeff. Thank you for being here and taking time. Take it away, Renee.
Well, I just want to say thanks to everyone for tuning in with us for GW3 Live, for our Lunch and Soar. And we hope that we were able to bring value. Thanks to Mary Kim. Thanks to Janet Alvarado. Thanks to Miss Deborah Vick, our special guest. And two of our newest GW3 warriors are in the house. Woo, 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 woo.
Yes, yes.
You know how we make that noise. That's that warrior sound for us, right? And we're so grateful, just grateful for us being able to wake up to experience yet another day. So we look forward to you tuning in on tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow we have our Winning Wednesdays. And with our Winning Wednesdays, we're always looking for different streams of income that can help you take your financial status to the next level. We're talking about real estate. We're talking about multiple streams of income. And most importantly, we're looking for ways of you being able to increase that passive income, because we know for sure we can't work forever. We got to make sure our money is working for us while we are asleep. So we'll be talking about that on tomorrow from 12 to 2 p.m. But until then, make sure you do what? You keep your head up and your shoulders back, because right now we know the world needs another game changer. And that game changer is you, as we are grateful to be in this space together. So warriors, let's go blaze the universe. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Thank you guys so very much for joining us for this week's episode of our gratitude room. And we look forward to seeing you guys on tomorrow. Bye for now.
I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar.